challenges, in our opinion, seem to have overwhelmed our security institutions.
The governors are supposed to be the state security officers of their state.
There is need for us to at least engage the traditional rulers.
We need to do something about our porous borders.
We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state.
Mr. President, the importance of today for us is for us to take action.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
We have passed the bill.
Petroleum Industry Bill passed.
This is one of those bills that I want to commend the APC government.
And Senate and the Executive received commendation for the second reading of Proceed of Crimes Bill. Thanks for joining me on this week's episode of Inside the Senate. After extensive consultations, the Senate fulfills one of its promises to Nigerians to pass the Petroleum Industry Bill. Details of the third reading and passage in this episode of the program. This is alongside reports of other bills read a second time, including a bill seeking alteration to the conditions for the appointment of the EFCC chairman, as well as the Proceed of Crimes Bill. From the committee rooms are also reports of proceedings by the Committee on Public Petitions. Stay tuned for the details after the break. I am Hussaina Abina Aboki, your regular anchor. Don't go away.
The Senate to send a message to the President
to reap opportunities from that.
To raise a matter of urgent public importance. And we are aware that when this particular motion comes up,
for a longer term development, arise to second the motion.
Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Welcome back. One of the items on the legislative agenda of the 9th Senate is the promise to pass the Petroleum Industry Bill, PIB. In response to this, the Senate, through its Joint Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Petroleum Upstream, as well as Gas, set the ball rolling on the bill and promised to pass the bill before the end of the second quarter of 2021. This much was achieved last week Thursday, the 1st of July 2021. As it were, the bill has been pending since 2008 with its objectives to, amongst other things, change the entire economic scope of Nigeria, enhance more resources as well as foreign direct investment, provide legal framework that would regulate the entire environment, ensure transparency in the administration of Nigeria's petroleum sector, development of host communities as well as promotion of Nigerian content through an efficient and effective regulatory framework. Before its passage on Thursday, the Joint Committee held a 2-day public hearing, embarked on visits to various public and private refineries across Nigeria to assess their functionality, as well as to host communities to assess the impact on oil exploration on them. It was from all this that the committee came up with the report on the bill, which according to its chairman, Senator Sabana Kudu, comprises of 5 chapters.
Chapter 1 describes in great detail how to create an efficient and effective governing institution with clear and separate roles for petroleum industry. Establish a framework for the creation of a commercially oriented and profit-driven national petroleum company. Chapter 2 deals with the general administration of the entire value chain. It promotes the exploration and exploitation of petroleum resources in Nigeria for the benefit of the Nigerian people. Chapter 3 describes how to foster sustainable peace and prosperity within host communities. Provides direct social and economic benefits for the petroleum operations to host communities. Chapter 4, Mr. President, establishes a globally competitive and progressive fiscal framework which places Nigeria as a desired investment destination in Africa. Chapter 5 deals with miscellaneous provisions.
The Deputy Senate President suggested that the provision of 5% for Host Communities Development Fund, as proposed by the draft bill, should be looked into.
I would still make the case, if possible, that we go a little bit more than the 5% already agreed. I understand we cannot get the 10%, Mr. President. I understand that. But that is a clamor at home. So I will plead, if there's a chance we can go a little bit more than 5%, we will be grateful.
With this, the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva, as well as the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mr. Mele Kyari, were ushered into the chamber to observe the procedure behind closed doors. At the end of the closed-door session, the report on the bill was considered clause by clause in the Committee of the Whole, leading to its passage at third reading. Senate President Ahmad Lawan commented on the passage.
We promise Nigerians that we will do our best to pass the petroleum industry bill that have then so far at that time defied passage or defied assent. At least the demons have been defeated in this chamber. We have passed the bill. I want to assure the petroleum industry in Nigeria that what we have passed is a very good balance of giving them the kind of clement environment for them to not only stay here, but even bring more foreign investors into the oil and gas industry in Nigeria.
Earlier Wednesday, the 30th of June 2021, the Senate considered for second reading the bill seeking an amendment to the EFCC Act, titled Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Act Alteration Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Kola Balogun and presented by Senator Abba Moro.
The one and only intent of this bill, Mr. President, is to alter the provision of Section 21A, Roman figure 123 of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act. The said section makes provisions concerning who can be appointed as the chairman of the commission, and the category of persons is limited to serving or retired members of any government security or law enforcement agency not below the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police or its equivalent. The country is blessed with a lot of people with unblemished character and with cognate experience in fighting crimes who can lead the commission to achieve the intent of establishing the commission. Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria must be given a wider latitude to choose from among Nigerians of proven integrity once they have cognate experience.
The essence of supporting this bill is to also recall that I have made the same call for the same amendment of that bill. So if it goes to the committee concerned, I think they will look at the two bills and then see how they can consolidate.
In opposing the bill, however, Senator Adamu Aliro drew attention to the already adopted recommendation of a committee established by President Buhari under retired Justice Ayo Salami, which advised that the commission's chairman should be appointed from amongst its staff members.
If you bring somebody from outside, he may not have the knowledge of what's happening in EFCC. He had to start all over, irrespective of his experience in the police force or in other sister organizations like DSS or civil defense. So, Mr. President, I oppose the second reading of this bill for the simple fact that Mr. President had already acted on the advice given to him by the chairman that was set up to reorganize and restructure the EFCC in the name of retired Justice Ayo Salami.
I don't think the case has been made by anyone that you should bring somebody from the army or you should bring somebody from the Air Force or whatever to come ahead and become IG of police. I don't think that of EFCC should be any different. With the appointment and confirmation of Mr. Bauer, I think he's the first that rose through the ranks, to head that position.
Following this, the bill scaled second reading and was referred to the Committee on Anti-Corruption to report back in 4 weeks. Related to this was the second reading of the Proceed of Crimes Bill 2021, an executive bill. It seeks to, amongst other things, provide a comprehensive legal and institutional framework for the recovery and management of proceeds of crime or benefits derived from unlawful activities, as well as harmonize and consolidate the legal provisions on the recovery of proceeds and benefits of crime.
The proceeds of crime bill include...
The bill was presented by the Senate leader, who enumerated some of its objectives.
Establishment of an asset recovery and management unit in the Federal Ministry of Justice. 2. The opening of a central asset recovery that is final for future account and a central interim for future account in the Central Bank of Nigeria. This is to enable the federal government of Nigeria to track all recovered assets and the benefits derived therefrom.
The bill drew support and commendation for the federal government by the opposition.
It's not very usual to see me get up here and commend this government for bringing an executive bill that is in the interest of the country. But this is one of those bills that I want to commend the APC government for taking a step in the right direction so that we can deal comprehensively with the matter of corruption in Nigeria.
This is very, very important. It's at the heart of everything we are doing. That if we do it, this is the final thing that the world expects from Nigeria. If we do it, we will now, the qualification for Nigeria to become a member of financial assurance will be guaranteed. And so many other things are going to accrue to the country as a consequence of that.
The bill was referred to the committees on judiciary as well as anti-corruption to report back in 2 weeks. Also presented for second reading same day was the Nigerian Merchant Navy Coast Guard Security and Safety Corps Establishment Bill 2021, sponsored by Senator Kabiru Gaya. He gave the objectives of the bill.
The function of the Corps shall include to 1. Monitor and protect the Nigerian territorial waters for pollution during shipbuildings in docks and in slipways and during construction of any marine facilities. 2. To protect Nigerian territorial waters from dumping, pollution by toxic waste, fossil chemicals, or any other element that constitute risk to human and marine lives.
One contribution was taken in favor of the bill.
In all countries with coastal areas, there are coast guards and merchant navy. And these guards complement the Navy to provide security for the coast. With the establishment of this, Mr. President, we will also be able to manage our coasts very well and to ensure that unwanted materials are not deposited.
Consequently, the bill scaled second reading and was referred to the committees on Navy as well as Marine Transport to report back in 4 weeks. Also on the same day, the 2021 Appropriation Act of the Federal Capital Territory was passed following the presentation of the report of the Committee on FCT, which considered it. Committee Chairman Senator Abubakar Kyari gave a breakdown of the budget as follows. Total budget 329.9 billion naira. Capital expenditure 196.9 billion naira. Recurrent expenditure 133 billion naira. The budget was considered clause by clause in the Committee of Supply and passed. The 2021 budget of the Nigerian Police Trust Fund was also approved following a presentation by the Chairman, Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Haliri Jika. The breakdown is total budget 77.7 billion naira. Capital expenditure 63.7 billion naira. Recurrent expenditure 11.1 billion naira. Meanwhile, 4 senators announced a change of their party from the PDP to the APC. They included Senator Sahabiya U, Deputy Minority Whip, Zamfara North, Senator Lawal Lisani Anka, Vice Chairman, Committee on Senate Services, Zamfara West, Senator Muhammad Hassan, Zamfara Central, as well as Senator Peter Nwaboshi, Delta North. Coming up next is the Senate Notebook. Please stay tuned.
order paper is a piece of legislative document that contains the planned activities of the legislative chamber. It is planned by the Rules and Business Committee of the affected chamber in collaboration with stakeholders and executed during plenary. Some of the items contained on the order paper are prayers, approval of votes and proceedings, oath, announcement if any, and petitions. Others are motions, bills at different stages of consideration, reports, as well as planned committee meetings. When planned, the order paper is distributed to senators as well as other stakeholders, including the public.
The only way out of the pandemic is for the population to observe the recommended measures advised by the NCDC. The Senate Committees on Health and Primary Health Care and Communicable Diseases will continue to engage with the Federal Ministry of Health and the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19.
The program is inside the Senate. We now take reports from the committee room where the chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions, Senator Ayo Akinye-Lure, Tuesday the 29th of June 2021, informed members that Mr. Clement Gagwak, who alleged that he was assaulted by the chairman, Code of Conduct Tribunal, Honorable Justice Danladi Umar, had withdrawn the petition. The matter, which was referred to the committee on Tuesday the 20th of April 2021, alleged that Honorable Justice Danladi Umar assaulted Mr. Clement Gagwak at Banex Plaza, Abuja on the 29th of March 2021.
The lawyer that acted for you is not...
The chairman disclosed that the withdrawal was communicated through a letter, to which he reacted this way.
As far as this committee is concerned, we are never instrumental to withdraw by the petitioner. So the petitioner must go and tell the whole Nigeria why he withdraw his petition. And then we are still expecting the CCD chairman to come and give his defense before this particular committee. Why he was involved in such an act of that doesn't place him as a right-thinking member of the society.
The committee also treated a case between one Mrs. Lijadu Oyemade and the ECOWAS Commission over wrongful dismissal. Though not a staff of the commission, Mrs. Oyemade served as Nigeria's representative in the position of Director, Finance and Administration, but she alleges she was wrongfully dismissed for exposing corruption in the commission. Representative of the Minister of Foreign Affairs gave the position of the ministry.
This matter, the ministry is very serious on it, and we want to approach it diplomatically. Presently, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs has given directive, and that one will be the 5th letter the ministry is writing to Commission. And we are not doing that alone. Our Nigeria Permanent Representative to ECOWAS, we are transmitting that letter to them so that they will facilitate a meeting with the ECOWAS Commission. Because the challenge we are having earlier is that when we send them letter, they will not respond to our letter.
However, counsel to the petitioner, Adewale Adebayo, alleged that the commission's action on the matter has all along been in contravention of various court rulings in favor of Mrs. Oyemade.
There have been 5 judgments of the ECOWAS court in favor of Mrs. Oyemade that ECOWAS Commission, then the Executive Secretariat, did not obey. In fact, confidentially, I had attended a meeting with the head of state, with the head of their commission at that time, assuring that he would resolve the matter. But it was a matter that was so sensitive to them because that woman coming back, many people will have been stripped of their immunity and be sent to jail. Maybe after this matter, the Minister of Foreign Affairs will address the Senate on what is going on in ECOWAS. People write petitions, people write fake regulation to promote themselves. And there is no case, not a single case in the history of ECOWAS where a country intervenes on behalf of a citizen that they have refused, except Nigeria.
The committee chairman gave his verdict, which was supported by a member.
This woman unfolded a fraud as a director of finance and admin. He uncovered a fraud
Some people forged the check of ECOWAS and made away with plenty dollars. This is why this woman is directed that, okay, since you cannot play along with us, we'll get you out. The document here, the Ajumobia, was one time the chairman of council of ECOWAS in Nigeria. After reviewing all this, he came with a conclusion that this woman should be returned back to work and be paid all her entitlements. They refused to pay. The procedure to discipline a hearing officer, we have it before here. This is the one that the staff, senior staff representative recommended that this woman has not committed any infractions, that it should be reinstated back to his work and be paid all his entitlement. But some people went and forged another report, no signature report. No signature report. They went in to go and push it in to the council. If they don't restore this woman to recognize Nigeria as a major contributor, a major financier of ECOWAS Parliament for our own citizens who have done no wrong, to be disgraced out of office like this, we will fight.
If the information available to us is something to go by, then we see no reason why people should be playing that trance. There's time now for that woman to be reinstated.
The matter was therefore adjourned for 2 weeks for further hearing. There was also a case between Jomac Engineering Limited and the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) over non-payment of the sum of 247.3 million naira for contract duly executed. After efforts to get the leadership of the NPA to appear before the committee failed, the committee chairman had this message for the acting managing director.
We are calling on the acting MD of Nigeria Port Authority to ensure that the payment of retention of 247 million 311,872 naira only be paid to this company.
More time was given to the NPA to respond to the decision of the committee. A representative of Jomac Engineering Limited and one of its directors expressed confidence in the ability of the committee to resolve the matter.
We are very confident that the committee would help resolve this issue. We've read about the conduct of the committee and the successes they've gotten with people getting what they need. Ordinary Nigerians. We're ordinary Nigerians. We've invested our money, borrowed money. NPA is well aware, directors in NPA are well aware of that. We borrowed money to execute and to complete the project.
That's it on the program, but before we wrap up this episode, let's take the profile of our Senator of the Week in our profile segment.
Senator Smart Adeyemi represents Kogi West Senatorial District of Kogi State on the platform of APC. After primary and secondary schools, he attended the Federal University of Science and Technology, Owerri, and earned the following qualifications: postgraduate diploma in public relations, diploma in law, advanced diploma in mass communications, as well as masters in public administration. He was also a journalist and held the position of president of the Nigerian Union of Journalists from 1999 to 2006. Senator Smart Adeyemi joined politics and was elected senator, serving 2 terms from 2007 to 2011 and then from 2011 to 2015 under PDP. He was chairman, Senate Committee on Privatization as well as FCT, and also held the position of chairman of the Northern Senators Forum. He contested again to the Senate for the 3rd time in a supplementary election following a Supreme Court ruling and won under APC. In the chamber, Senator Smart Adeyemi is a member of several committees. His legislative interests include fostering unity amongst Nigerians, education, security, and economic development.
We have come to the end of this week's edition of Inside the Senate. Join us again next week for another edition. Thanks for watching.